Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We gonna start us a little project here. I'm in the shop. Show you what I'm working on real quick before we get started. We are gonna get into our New Holland 7220 disc bind. We got some cutter bar work to be done. This is probably gonna be a series of videos, because this probably isn't going to occur all at one time. So I was getting my whole page full of notes about what we did from last time to try to remember what part to take apart and what part we've already taken apart and how bad they are to take apart. And just a few quick things before you even get started on your project. If you're going to try to tackle this, that you will need to do is these here shells. You definitely want to number them. We go from 1 down there on the drive in, 2, 3, 4 up through here. The reason you do that is when this thing is operating, I don't know if you can see for sure, they turn in opposite directions and the blades are different angles and different pitches, so you definitely want to number them so you know where they go back. Basically what I'm going to do is finish stripping this down. I'm going to take the rest of these caps off, the rest of these module tops off. I'm going to take the skid plate off. Then what I'm going to do is these tie bolts here, it's actually a big long bolt that runs through, going to loosen those up with it all still connected in the machine, because they are really tight. I think it's like 120 some foot-pounds plus almost a complete turn is the proper torque on those. After we get all of that done, there's 2 bolts back over in the back there, and there's 2 bolts down in the back on that end, and the whole cutter bar assembly, we're going to drop it out and we're going to get it out here somewhere in the more of an open area. But one thing I will show you is this is a fairly common issue that we run into quite a bit. One of the modules completely and thoroughly wrapped with several feet of probably electric fence wire from who knows where. So we have started making notes of this to do this pretty frequently. Just remove those turtle shells and pick this mess off so you don't create any kind of problem. Really not too bad if you do it fairly regular. If you let it get a little out of hand, it gets pretty tight. All right, so here we are, finally down to the last bolt that's absolutely no fun to get out. Just thought I'd show you guys this little setup here that we've got. Not trying to sell you a tool or tell you what to buy, but this guy right here, torque multiplier. If you've never used one before, it is quite, well, bulky to set up. But what this is you just got your standard, get it out of here, 3/4 inch drive ratchet that goes into your input side. And it actually comes out at inch drive, but have a reducer down, and it increases your torque by 3 times what you can put out. Well, we have succeeded. Oh, take down here and take a break. Whew, it's a rough job, but there she is. Put her on 2 floor jacks and rolled it out. So what we got to do now, I got all the tie bolts loose and all that fun stuff, is not today, maybe next week, get into tearing these apart, fixing the shafts. As we get into it a little further, I'll keep you updated. But it's Saturday afternoon at about 4:30, and I'm hot and I'm tired and I'm ready to go home. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it right here just like this. Okay, so we have succeeded in getting the end gearbox off. See if we can get a decent look at our problem. Oh, it actually moved, Jacob. Oh. Well, the shaft is stuck in the gearbox, but it did move a little. So that might be interesting to get out. We'll peck on that later. But it is moving around a little. I don't know if you can, ooh, it's moving. No way. All right, we'll work on that in a minute. I don't think it'll be too bad now that I get to wiggling it. Get you guys a decent look at what we're doing.
Take it off.
Yeah, pull it on off. See, it's opening up there. We got just a little bit of rust and crud and everything holding it still. And that shaft actually pulled out, which is okay. But it just goes in there and that end. So, not too terrible to do as long as your shafts aren't stuck like that one seems to be. So that's just kind of what you, yeah, good lightweight thing to carry around for a while. Yeah, don't mash your fingers. Plenty of finger mashing opportunities around here. Well, if you remember what I just said, that this job isn't too bad unless you get a shaft that's stuck. Well, guess what? Yeah, you can probably see the rust flakes falling off of it. That one is stuck. So we're gonna have to get fairly creative on a way to get that out of there, because that one's got to be replaced. It just so happens that this is the one we did last couple months ago, but not that one. You got any good ideas? Negative. Yeah, rust is the best Loctite you can get, and it's free. So
always good.
We're gonna have to try to, I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's try something else. Uh-oh, you guys are not gonna be able to see me. Penetrating oil, free stuck nuts and bolts, guaranteed to cut the rust. I think we're gonna put it to the test. And we'll let that one cook for a little while. Go down here and work. I think last I left you guys, we had some issues here. I'll try to show you of a couple of shafts. We actually found two of them that, whoop, that weren't coming out. We tried lots of different methods. So as you can see there, new parts. So we finally just give up and realized that they were stuck. And what we actually think probably is going on is that the shaft in there with this splined end on it is slightly twisted in there from the years of however long, and probably not going to get those out. So we went with a couple of reman gearboxes from the local parts dealer. So should go back together a lot simpler now that we got new parts. So we'll get to work on this. Progress in the right direction. We got a couple of new gearboxes. We got one more, or actually two more to put on down there on the floor. Now me and Jacob here have decided that we're going to wait for either more muscles or a tractor and a loader to pick this beast up, because we had to move it around just on this little platform here, and it was about all we could do to scoot it. So with it being about 3 feet off the floor, we don't think we can safely and not injure ourselves get it on the concrete. So just wanted to update you. We've got all of the skid plates on. We did end up replacing the one on the end. It actually, I think I showed it to you guys the other day. Had a big chunk took out of it, pretty thin, so we went ahead and replaced that. And I think Jacob just got the last bolt tightened. So it is now to the point of getting off of our little platform down on the floor and back over that direction. So we'll see what we can do with that. Might not happen today, I don't know. Well, this is gonna be the last video of the disc band repair. You don't know how happy that makes me. I'll let you guys take a look. There they all are. All torqued, all installed. The only thing left to do, and it's not gonna happen today, is to get us a tractor here hook it up, turn it on, make sure everything sounds like it's supposed to. So I don't know exactly how many hours we got into this, but it's a lot, and it is hot. And I was gonna show you guys the dog laying in front of the fan, but as soon as I grab the camera, he runs, so he must be a little camera shy. So maybe next time we'll get a shot of the dog in front of the fan. But just wanted to let you guys know we did finally wrap this job up. Thank goodness.